Well, many of us may never really go to India, but if we do, we certainly would hope to meet Victor Banerjeet, the star of A Passage to India from David Lean. Welcome to Showrama. Congratulations, International Star of the Year.
Thank you, John. It's a great privilege.
We've been talking about some of the places in the heart, to borrow from another film title, Chandrapur. Is there such a place in your heart? Does it really exist in India?
No, but it is India, and that's what exists in my heart. I do love India. I come from there. And Chandrapur is representative of India.
Does this film, in your opinion, then represent a more mythic India or the real thing?
Well, it represents the British much more than it does the Indians, but what you see of it is pretty much real, yes. Mm-hmm. Certainly our bending over backwards to please, our hospitality, our genuine sort of and sincere friendship towards people we love. All that is very sincere.
And we're also talking about a country that produces more films than the United States does per year.
In fact, it does. It makes more films than the rest of the world does.
Right.
We have 100 million people that go to watch the movies every week. Now, that's something that would stagger anybody.
And in your remarks this morning, you're paying tribute to the theater owners, the people that show us the movies. You seem to be aware of those folks, many of whom we tend to forget in our assessments of films.
You just can't ignore them because they really are the only people that can assess a film. I know that for sure. I mean, it's why they sink their money into getting a film for their theaters. I mean, they have more instinct and they're never sort of influenced by hyped-up advertising or anything, any speeches that the studios might make about the film, or trailers. I mean, they have not just an instinct, they have the brains, I think, to tell, what will make money and what won't.
The theater owners must love you for your remarks.
It's a truth they live with, and I think we all live with.
In the meantime, in your own living, your own career, are you going back to India? Will you remain in the States for a while?
I should probably remain in the States for a while because A Passage to India has been a very successful film. It's done wonderful things for me. And with this recognition I've received today, I think it's going to be wonderful because, as I said, I mean, if theater owners recognize talent, the rest of the world will.
And although it would seem like overnight success for you, not so really.
No, it isn't. I mean, I'm pretty much successful. In fact, my career has peaked in India, and I don't know what I'm doing here, restarting a career. But I feel I ought to give it a fair try because I've certainly started on a very, very good wicket now.
Dr. Aziz.
Thank you, John.
Also Victor Banerjeet, the star of Passage to India, the International Star of the Year here at Showrama. For KCTV5, this is John Tibbetts.
Yes. In fact, I discovered I was the first to know. I knew about it almost, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And although I didn't get onto it on tape, I guess personally I'm curious to know, did you feel a bit of a sting at the oversight in a nomination for you for an Oscar? Out of 11 nominations.
Well, I know, but I mean, if a film gets 11 nominations and you're playing the lead in it, you tend to pat yourself on the back and say, hey, I'm responsible for those 11 as well. But no, I think in retrospect, I'm grateful I didn't get a nomination because it's got me further. I mean, everyone talks about me now. If I'd got a nomination, it would have stopped talking about me because I would have got what I deserved. But not having got what I deserved, everyone wants to know what happened. More than 100 years now in India.
Why is it that all we know about is Satyajit Ray? We don't know any of the other Indian filmmakers. That's not right, is it?
Well, for once, I'd like to think Americans are eclectic. Mm-hmm. because you've chosen someone who's really worth knowing. Mm-hmm. I've done 3 movies with him, in fact.
Have you indeed? Which are they? Is Music Room one?
No. Oh, I wish I could do that. Mm-hmm. No, it's Home in the World, which releases in the United States, in fact, in April.
Oh my goodness!
This month, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We've got several theaters in town. We can make sure that we can get it.
I wish you would. I think in fact, the Nelson Theatre, I mean, shows art films, right?
Indeed.
So that should be the place.
You know
show.
About the Nelson Theatre?
Oh, sure.
You did your homework.
You bet.
Yeah.
A tourist brochure, is that homework?